Terve and welcome to Kepperi's garage. This time we are going to create something different. I have had order coming in from my wife that we should have like this table on our new sauna. So like the last time when I was practicing the sandblasting, there was this faucet project. By the way, the faucet paints are coming off. It had some wrong kind of primer which I grinded off too much, so the paint won't stick. That's another story. So, before we start to chop down the Suzuki frame and do some welding on the frame itself, I thought that I need to practice some welding with my new TIG welder. I thought that I will create this table, so it will be like this sofa table here, but 60 centimeters times 90 centimeters. I will create the tabletop out of the roof wood material, what's left behind from the construction, and the legs for the table are now our primary mission. So I have this 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter steel. From that I'm going to weld some sort of leg for the table. I will throw a plan for the table there, somewhere here now. And here's the plan. There is my wife calling for everybody that, look, I have this cool new table. Did some 3D model of the table so I can get the measurements and see the amount of steel and wood I need for creating such thing. This software I'm using for 3D modeling every time actually when I'm doing something like construction or anything like that, I'm using Google SketchUp. This is like web-based application and it has the basic 3D modeling tools. As an architectural point of view, you can do the measurements and all kind of cool things. Go check it out. Google SketchUp. Then you'll find Google SketchUp. Yeah, so that's the plan, and I have those good measurements there, so now it's just cutting the pipe for the legs and then start to practice the welding. Alright, so the frame stuff is now cut into pieces and now I need to clean these cuts. Alright everybody, the TIG is together. The machine is also ready. I set up the gas intake for the shielding gas. Here is the TIG torch connected and there is the ground cable. I'm pretty sure only thing left to do is to try it out now. I googled the airflow for the TIG welding and someone told that 8 liters per minute is the correct amount, so let's try with that. I need to figure out all those dingly dongs in correct place, but I believe that all the knobs has some kind of purpose there. Alright, wish me luck. There goes the line. Should I try with the filler rod already? Feels like I might be ready for that. I think I was too far from the surface with that torch. Let's go straight into business. First impressions of welding. I'm liking it. This is actually pretty exciting thing. Now I think I'm starting to get grip of the thing, so I'm digging it so far. It's a little bit scary because it has tons of voltage and everything behind it, and as I was doing things and it make weird sounds, I scared and take the torch off from the metal, and then it makes more weird sounds and doesn't let the shielding gas to settle in, so I need to stay focused and stay calm when doing things, and if it makes scratchy batchy sounds, I know that I'm too far from the surface, so the arc is going wild. That's one thing I learned, and I'm pretty sure that you cannot be too cautious with these things. I know that I have wooden table, there is burn marks all over it already, but I am in a process to get some sort of metal working table. I was a little bit angry for the machine because I didn't have the skills immediately, but that's me. I would like to know everything in the first second, but I know that if you want to be a good welder, it needs lots of years to practice things and so on. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, enough practice. Time for some action. This is now the first part of the actual table. Actually, this is the first part. I managed to weld together 2 pieces of pipe. It's not pretty, but it's together. It's not even straight, but that's the first one. That actually wasn't that bad. frame done, or the part of the frame. Not pretty welds, but welds at least. I believe that those will hold the table together. See what kind of a boat weight I have built. So the big squares are done. Now I'm doing the rest of the thingy. It's going pretty okay, I think. I've been grinding the welds and it doesn't look that bad. I hope that it will stay alive when I put some wood on it, and after the first morning coffee put on the table, I hope that it won't go crashing down. Alright, next day. The frame is complete. I need to grind it down a little bit and then I should do some primer painting before the black. Here is the wood for the tabletop. These are like leftover pieces from our sauna project. Kind of massive 20 centimeters by 5 centimeters wooden blocks, so it will create some cool looking massive table. When the legs are all black and stuff like that, it will look cool. I need to figure out the holes for the screws before I grind it down and paint it. So I will bolt these wooden blocks from down below into the wood and I hope it will hold. Let's do it! So now I'm going to grind the frame all over to get good like clean metal to put some primer on. Alright, grinding done. Now we clean the frame with thinner. Then we can paint. Time to paint. So first we do the primer. I'm using this cheap primer which is meant to be used in everywhere. This is like a couple of euros per can. Here we have the frame after 3 coats of black paint and 1 primer coat. So that should be enough for it, and now I wait for it to dry, and when it's dry I can attach the wooden thingies top of it and it will look more like a table. In this project I'm using this Odo Black Matte Muston acrylic paint. I was going to buy something else, but then I saw these in sale, so 2 cans with 25 extra. That makes 2.5 cans with 10 euros only. What a bargain. So the frame is painted. Now it's time to slice some wood. Now I have the 3 pieces of wood. Now I do some tweaking so those all are in there, so I get all of the wood in equal length because of my sawing. Ta-da! After a fierce sanding, we have pretty tabletop. There is hole, by the way. That's not a problem. Now I will hand these over to my wife and she will put some wood oil on the top of those. Final steps we go. Now we have the frame painted, it's black. Came out pretty okay, I think. Then we have the wooden blocks painted. The paint on the wood is actually wax. It's meant to be used in actual sauna. It suits on the sauna table, I think. I need to correct a little bit this. The table is called sauna table, but it has nothing to do with actual sauna. It will be placed inside the living room of the sauna building, so that's why I'm calling it sauna table. Now when that's sorted out, I can continue by screwing the wood in. I need to drill holes through the metal frame into correct position so the wood won't crack when I put the screws in. final screwing with this hand tool because I don't trust the machine. So that's basically it. There it is, our new table. I think it looks pretty. And now it's ready for delivery. That kind of table came out from the factory this time. How did you like it? Put some comments or something. Have a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening or good night. Whatever suits you best. We see. Vi ses.